Is that working? Yep. All right. So first of all, you put the pronouns. The pronouns are io, tu. No, you can't see that. Hang on. Sorry. So the pronouns are io, tu, lui, lei, noi, voi, loro. This is the order. But it's no good to you if you don't know what they mean in English and the same order in English. So what does io mean? I, then you, then he, she, and it also does mean it. What about here? We, you all or you plural, and then they. That's the order in English. You need to know that. Now, in order to get the ARE verb happening, you chop off the ending. Now, what does parlare mean? Who remembers? To speak. You need to know these by heart. There's a whole heap of PowerPoints in your collection now, so you should make sure that you know these verbs by heart. You will not have access to a dictionary for your exam. So then you've chopped off the ARE and you just put parl. All right, that's what's called the root of the verb. Now, in Italian, you don't really need these pronouns to tell you who is doing the action, because remember, verbs are doing words, so you don't need these, not necessarily, because the ending tells you who is doing the action. All right, so what are the endings that I've taught you in order? Go. O, I, A, Yamo, Ate, and then Ano. That's it. So even though you put loro, parlano, that's fine to say loro, parlano. That's good. But you don't need that, because this already tells you that they is doing the talking or the speaking. This one is telling you that you all is doing this action here, the parl, which means to speak. All right, I'll stop that one there. ERE verbs, you simply chop off the ERE and it's scriv. Now, if this doesn't go onto eLocker, I will put it on my YouTube link so that you can look at it. So then, what are the endings this time for ERE? O. What is it for? To I. These are always the same. They are the same for ARE verbs, ERE verbs, and we haven't done it yet, but IRE verbs. They never change. It's always going to be an O if it's I that is doing the action. It's always going to end in an I if it's you that did the action. Do you understand? That's for ERE, ARE and IRE. The same. Doesn't change. Here is where the difference lies between ARE and ERE. It's this one. So this goes to E, whereas in ARE it is what? A. All right? Okay. Then you've got noi, yamo. Once again, this never changes. It's the same for ARE, ERE and IRE. Never changes. Then you've got voi, scriv, ete. It's always this one here, the voi form, the E seems to match that. So, for example, in ARE, it's ato, ERE, ete, IRE, can someone guess what it could be? Ite. That's what it will be. All right? Then the other change from ARE to ERE is that ONO is for loro. All right, so quickly, what do we remember? What does io mean? Tu? Lui, lei? We, then? You, all, or you plural, and they. Okay, remember these are basically divided in half. This is what we refer to as first, second, and third person. So sometimes your English teacher may say to you, I want you to write it in the first person, which means they want you to have your opinion, an I. But sometimes they want you to be objective and they want you to write in the third person, which means you're not allowed to give your opinion. You have to write it as they say this, the book says that. Do you understand? In your essays. So these then are called first, second and third person plural because I is the plural, no, we is the plural of I. Do you see that I, if there are many I's together, we are we. Do you understand? All right, so many he, she's together make a they. All right, so that's how that's sort of divided up. All right, I'll stop that one there. Form this, we chop off the IRE, we're left with the, I know it sounds weird, but it's called the root of the verb. Dorm, dorm. And here are the new endings and we'll learn these by heart. And guess what did I say before about the endings for, they're always going to be the same. And what was the other one that was never changes? Yamo. So you may as well get them out of the way. All right. Lui dorme. So, what's that similar to? This E. Yeah, so this is ERE and IRE has the E ending. Now, I did say that there was a pattern for the voice form. So it was ARTE for ARE, ERTE for ERE, ERTE. So you will sleep. And ONO. So essentially, there's only one difference from ERE to IRE, which is this one here. All the others are the same. All right. So this is only difference between ERE and IRE. Okay. So how do we say you all sleep? Dormite. How do you say I sleep? Dormo. How do you say she sleeps? All right, that one there. How do you say we sleep? Dormiamo. Excellent. Now, later on, possibly this week, unfortunately, there is another subsection to IRE verbs, but we'll worry about that a bit later. All right, so that's your new verb, and we're going to learn it by heart. But if I've told you that there's only one difference, what's the difference? Only one difference between ERE and IRE. Ite. So I'll stop.